Hey my beauties, hey my chicas, hey my glow queens, and hello my Glamm-Mahs. It's me, it's Angela, y'all. Trust, it is me. I know I've been MIA for what, like maybe a couple of weeks now, but I needed it, y'all. I needed it so bad. And actually, after this video, it may continue because like life has been really lifing in this household. So much going on, y'all. So grab your tea, your comfy blanket, your coffee, your favorite drink, whatever it is. Honey, lay back in your recliner, sit up on the bed, prop your pillow, cross your leg, whatever you need to do to be comfortable. Put on your seatbelt because we're about to go for a ride. I am going to tell you everything that has been going on and is still going on in this household, but it is life, and it just lets you know that you are still above ground. So I appreciate that. I am so thankful to God for that, for letting me see each and every day. So I don't want to do too much yapping in the beginning because I want to go ahead and get started because I have a story time and there is a lot to talk about. But real quick, I want to say this because I have gotten some new subscribers. As I said before, it is me, it is Angela, and we have shenanigans and story times going on over here. I am a mother of two beautiful girls. I have a bonus son. I am a grandmother of 10, and I am a great-grandmother of 1. And hubby and I are raising the last 3 of our daughter's 6 kids. She is resting in heaven. My baby girl, I call her my baby girl, even though she was the oldest. She was 34 years old when she passed away in a car accident, December 24th, yes, Christmas Eve of 2018. So that is why my channel is titled Glamm-Mah Got Guts, because it takes all the guts and gumption and prayers and God's intervention and favor on our lives for hubby and I just to, run a household and take care of grandkids, all the while we are pretty much almost at retirement age. Like it's like our new normal. It's like something new every single day. Like raising kids in this generation is totally different, which I'm sure you guys all know that. But we consider ourselves, the power couple, the couple that God chose. He chose us to take care of these kids. So we are just so grateful that he saw something in us, and he still sees something in us to give us this challenge. And we're up for the challenge because Lord knows, honey, I am not using that word lightly because it has been some challenges going on. So anyway, that is it with that part. Like I said, I needed that time to kind of like, mourn, grieve, miss baby girl. It'll be 7 years this December. Never gets any easier. Like the pain that a mother feels, when she's lost a child, like straight out of her womb or not, adoption. I mean, I don't care. Loss is a loss, a divorce is a loss. You lose a pet, that's a loss. A best friend, it's a loss, but there's just something different about your child not being here anymore. Just something different. It's unexplainable, inexplainable, however you want to say that word. So yeah, I needed that time and probably need more time. I don't think we'll ever get enough time to, grieve, any loved one. It just any loved one. So take all the time you need. Don't let anybody give you a time limit. Like, do what you got to do for your mindset, for your well-being, all the things, okay? So let's get moving. What do I want to do first? You see my cash tray right here. I am going to be cash stuffing my Christmas savings challenge. And this right here, it's a surprise, y'all. I cannot wait till I get to this and share this with you guys because I have been absolutely loving this particular challenge, and I think we may finish it tonight. So let's get busy. First, I want to show you my new addition. Not the binder is new too, but I think I showed it in a previous video because I have a red one for my Disney trip that I want to plan for the family for the year 28-29. But right about now, y'all, it's looking kind of slim with all this going on in the world. But God gets the last word, so I'm just going to leave it right there. So anyway, like I said, this is my new addition, and it is a new addition, another new addition from Frugality is Life, Miss Fiona. Oh my gosh, she keep coming up with all this genius stuff, y'all. And it's like just what I be needing at the time that I see it. That may be or may not be a good thing, okay? Because if you guys can remember, I have her box challenge for the Bible Studies box challenge. I have her, oh my gosh, what's the other one? I have her bug out box challenge, which is like an emergency kit if you have to like evacuate, leave town in a hurry, if you just want to like camp. It's real cool. It's a real cool savings challenge. So I will put anything I mentioned or anybody I mentioned will be in the description box. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this video is probably gonna be all over the place, y'all. I even took notes because I didn't want to leave anything out. So forgive me if I start talking about one thing and in the middle of that I just start talking about something else. But hopefully it'll all just come together, and y'all just bear with me, okay? Because when I give y'all my story time, you're gonna be like, girl, we forgive you. Yes, don't even worry about it. So anyway, this is called Rolling in Style, Saving with a Vision. So Miss Fiona was saying that she is saving for her dream car, and this is her dream car. It is I think it's a BMW. I don't know if she wants that particular color, but definitely she wants that style car. So I think I mentioned in a video or so ago, I'm not sure, but I've told you guys that my 2015 Nissan Sentra has been paid off for 4 years. Hubby surprised me, came home. He said, guess what? I paid off your car. I was like, whoa, no way. But yes, way. So grateful and just highly favored that he did that. So I have not had a car note in so many years. And his is almost paid for. His Suburban is almost paid for. I think he said by December. So honey, Merry Christmas to us, because that truck note right there is like another mortgage, okay? So anyway, I said all that to say that I'm not really in the market for a new car or any car, but I could still use these funds for, maintenance on my car, hubby's car, his work truck, what have you. And who knows? Depends on how much I save, or I don't know. Like I said, I'm not in the market for a new car, and I wanted to support her. Y'all know I support when I can, where I can. So I just thought this was super cute, okay? And then it gave me a reason not a reason, but I had this binder that I had purchased it, and what I purchased it for, it didn't work out. So it was basically just a brand new empty binder. And when I saw this, I said, okay, I'm going to get that. So I did. So I'm going to just give you the layout of it. So we have the dashboard right here, like I said, rolling in style. Sorry about the glare, y'all. Right here, you put the goals that you may have. Like I put down, like, a car that if I was in the market, what kind of car that would be, how I would plan out for, maybe a down payment, or what interest rate that is non-negotiable for me. Like just all kind of notes and goals that I would write down right there. Now this is a downloadable. I, of course, downloaded it after you pay for it. After I paid for it, printed it out, laminated it, rounded the corners, all the things, okay? And this is called Monthly Savings. And I guess you can either, it has the 12 months, and you can just, mark it off however much, say $5. I want to do $5 in January for the 4 weeks of January, and, just save that amount. Then the next one is a car scramble, y'all. And I think I got this free because up until, I want to say tonight, if you purchase the savings box, you get 4 freebies, y'all. 4 freebies. Wow. So anyway, this is a card scramble, and you would just match the correct word and save, okay? Like this one is tire, so you would just draw the line, and then you can put down how much per letter, and then, you know, your total saved right there. And I love a word scramble. Word searches is not really my thing. And I always put $2 in my new binders just to, you know, give it some grace, give it some luck, give it some favor. Just ask God, you know, just bless this whole situation. Okay, so that's what that $2 is for. And then the next one, I believe this is one of the freebies too. It's called It's a Classic. And it's a rolling savings. It's got all these different classical cars that, you know, a lot of people, rich people, okay, celebrity people, hey, maybe you people, own these classic cars right here. And then the next one is No Road Rage. Honey, I absolutely love this. It's a roll and save, or you can just put how much you want to save for each one. This one says beautiful, not the other B word. Don't say the F word. Just breathe. Stay calm. No, don't say idiot. Allow them to pass. You know, this stuff we have to say to ourselves. Don't cut them off. No middle finger. No angry hand gestures. Be kind. Be courteous. Be patient. Take your hand off the horn. Don't make eye contact at the stoplight. Don't ask where they learned to drive. I thought that was so cute, y'all. Look at it. It's so cute. And this one is no eating in the car. Because Miss Fiona was saying, you know, we all eat. Well, I'm going to say most of us eat in our cars, but we don't like all those crumbs that you got to vacuum out. All the things. And down here, it tells you what dice you can use. D6, D8, D12, D20, D50, or D100 that I didn't even know was out there, y'all. So I gotta step up my game with my dice, okay? So I thought that was super cute. And then this is Watch Out. And it's got all the different road signs on there. And again, however much you want each road sign to be. And then you can put the total that you saved. The next one is Drive Up the Savings. Now you can do a roll and save, or you can just, honey, just write 1 through however many circles it is and put that amount in there. It is totally up to you. Your rules. All right, this one is called Joy Ride. And again, you can use the different D4, D6, D8, D12, D20, or a D50. And I'm going to have to watch the video again and see how Miss Fiona played this. Because I really don't remember, y'all. So I'm going to have to watch the video again. And this one is Drive to Survive. And it's almost, I think, like the game Plinko. Is that called Plinko or Plinko? You know what I'm talking about, where it kind of goes down zigzag and what have you. So I thought that was super cool. And I want to say this one was a freebie. I know it was 4 freebies. Definitely this was one of the freebies. So that's 3 freebies so far. It's called Repairs. Let's get our save on. Okay. So you can just mark it off and save whatever you want. You put how much you want each icon to be. And then you write down how much you saved. And wheel it up. And like she said, you can, you know, I guess you do the dice. And you can, what did she say? You can do the numbers on the outside. You know, if you're low income, you can you can do the numbers inside the pie. Or you can add these 2 numbers together, like 4 plus 5 would be 9. 2 plus 5 would be 7. Totally up to you. Your budget. This was a freebie. I think so. Oh my gosh, Fiona, is this the freebie? And then this is called Car Bingo. And we know how to play bingo. What's that say? Assign an amount for each icon. Yes, okay. So you would put how much you want each one of these icons to be worth. Roll the die. Take it from there. I'm definitely going to have to watch that video again. And this is your goal tracker. You know, when you get to a certain percentage, then, you know, you'll be coloring it off until, boom, you are at 100%. 100%. So that is that. And I just love. And I made my own bookmark right here. I just, you know, thought it was super cute. And I think I had printed out too many and I don't like to waste. So I said, well, I just make a bookmark. And then I just added this in here for decor. If I can get it out. I just added that for decor because I just like the colors. And then Miss Fiona threw in some free IOUs, okay? And I thought that was super cute. So I'm going to put that back right there. And again, what do I have? Another dashboard right here. Because like I said, I don't know how I end up printing another one. Plus it was a different size than this dashboard. So I just stuck it in here for the aesthetics of the binder. And I think it's super cute. All right. And then again, I made these planner cards. If that's what we want to call them. That's what I'm going to call them. Planner cards, okay? I just wanted to add a little more decoration right here for these little pockets. Again, another bookmark and another IOU. Because I think Miss Fiona gives you 2 free IOU bookmarks. So thank you, Miss Fiona, for that. I just love this whole setup. I love these challenges in here. Like I said, I'm going to have to rewatch a video or just make up my own rules when I get ready to cash stuff this or play the challenge. So yes, that's from Miss Fiona. All right, moving on, guys. Put that right there real quick. So next what I want to do is cash stuff my Christmas savings challenge. And I have been doing really good, y'all. I didn't even realize it, okay? But I have done really good. And let me just start right here and just ask y'all, how you doing? I'm up here talking about how crazy my world and my life has been. Even though I have been watching videos, even though I haven't posted any videos, I have definitely been watching. Like I said, I've been supporting. I have been purchasing, you know, certain savings challenges or whatnot. So yeah. So I hope, oh, excuse me. So I hope you guys are good. I got the savings challenge from the Hopeful Budgeter, but it is by Emily Design. And I thought it was a cute Christmas challenge, and it is for $1,000 because I told you guys several videos ago that I wanted to surprise hubby and fund Christmas this year. So this one is for $1,000. And you can see I checked off the ones that I have scratched off. So I scratched this one off so I know how much to put in here this time. And it is $55. You can see that? Ooh, the glare, y'all. $55. So I'm going to go ahead and put this 50 and this 5. So that should give me, hold on, y'all. Let's see. Oh, Lord, y'all know this 50 probably about to mess me up, but we gonna see. Let's just see. 100, 200, 250, 260, 65, 70, 75, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. 285. Let me make sure, y'all. Let me make sure. So I know I had 235. And what did I say? Plus 55? No, let's say 290. Let me make sure I counted it right. Y'all, I told you, oh my God. Oh my goodness. So I had 15 plus 20 plus 50 plus 65 plus 80. That was a big one, y'all. So that was already 230. And then I added the 55. So 285. Did I say 285, y'all? 1, 2, 250, 260, 65, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. 285 for Christmas. Yay. I am so excited. Let me mark that off. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to scratch the one for next time. Because I actually want to get this done early because I want to start on this one. And we can have a lot of money for Christmas or after Christmas or whatever. So put that back and let me go ahead get my little scratcher off right here. And we're going to see how much this next one, guys. And it's no particular order. I'm just going in the line. Let's see. Okay, 25 bucks, 25. I'm gonna do another one because I really want to finish this. So 25 and I should stay where I was. I ain't learned. Have not learned. So 50. All right, $75. That's cool. That is cool. Y'all, how about I use this the other day? I used this the other day. My daughter was down here. She was like, oh my God, you're so bougie. Oh, that was so funny. I said, girl, this is just how we do it in the budgeting world. So I got that out of the way. Yay, I got that out of the way. So here's where the story time is going to come in, y'all. And this is where the excitement is going to come in, because I told y'all this was like one of my all-time favorite savings challenges. And it is the Ato Z, the daughter of the king savings challenge that I got from Miss Jade, the hopeful budgeter. Miss Jade is not on YouTube anymore. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. The computer popped on. I don't know if she's off. I think she is off all of her platforms right now. And I won this in her giveaway, the Hello Kitty right here, that I absolutely love. So anyway, y'all, the surprise is I think I'm going to finish it tonight. So we can have story time while I am completing this challenge, y'all. I'm not going to ring my bell right now. I hope I don't forget to ring the bell. But if I do, honey, I'm already clapping. This savings challenge saves $520. Daughter of the King, Ato Z Savings Challenge. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm sure it was a labor of love for Miss Jade when she had her Ko-fi shop open, because I think she shut that down too. I think she basically just going off the grid for a while, just to, you know, like all of us do every now and then, just to get a breather and reset and all the things. So this is, like I said, Daughter of the King, Ato Z Savings Challenge, and each challenge has if it's not a biblical quote, it is like an affirmation quote, but they are all just good. And I'm going to read each one of them to you guys. I don't want this video to be too long, but yeah, I'm loving this. This dashboard says, with God, I lack nothing. And that is Psalms 23:1. Now, each savings challenge, it's $2 each, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 icons, which means each challenge is $20. So if you multiply 26 letters of the alphabet times the 20, that should give you $520. All right, so let's get started, and we can start on this story time. Okay, so where should I start? All right. If you had been following me when Jaden was supposed to go on his 7th grade band trip, and they canceled it one time, they rescheduled it, and then they canceled it the second time, like for good, y'all. So in the interim of that, hubby and I were all set to follow them down there and be like near them, so we could be near Jaden. If you guys, for my newbies, Jaden is my 12-year-old grandson. He has type 1 diabetes, so we did not want him to be going all the way to North Carolina because they were going to perform. And we did not, and tour the ATT campus. Is it ATT or AT&T? Anyway, they were going to tour that campus and go to one of the parks and everything down there. It's going to be a fun weekend for them. So hubby and I were ready to book our room and everything, and which we did. And when I booked the room, long story short, y'all, this is for my newbies. When I booked the room, he said there is a no refund policy. And I said, wait a minute, you mean I'm going to give you 500 and I think it was like 548 or something like that. And if for whatever reason it's canceled or he can't go, I'm going to lose this money? And he was like, yes, ma'am. He was really nice, y'all. He really tried to help me out. And he said, but you can pay for the refund protection. I was like, what is that? He said, from what I just told you, there'll be no refund if you have to cancel. But if you purchase this protection, yes, you will get your money back. I said, I know you trying to upsell. Come on, this cannot be for real. He was like, yes, I'm really trying to help you. No, I'm not trying to upsell. Anyway, I end up purchasing it, right? Okay, cool. So probably 2 days later, we got the email that the trip was canceled yet again, but they were not going to reschedule the date or anything because y'all, come on, it is almost at the end of the school year. And they're going to start testing May 1st, I believe. So anyway, hubby was like, you need to call them right now and cancel. You purchased that refund protection. Go ahead and get your money back on your Apple card, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know I don't promote anybody getting credit cards. But if you going to get one, Apple is the girl, okay? Apple is the girl. But anyway, so I put on my Apple card. And 2 days later, because I had to kind of decompress and like take all this in, like, really? They may not give me my money back, even though I knew I had purchased that protection, refund protection, which was an extra $49 and some change, right? So I think the next day I called them and told them why I needed to cancel. And at first she said, well, the reason you're giving us is not, it's not a reason that we can basically that we can put in the system for you. It doesn't fall under the guidelines. It's pretty much what she was telling me. And I said, I don't think so. And I said, okay, I did purchase the refund protection like I was told. So now you're telling me that, oh Lord, why I'm not working, y'all? I'm sorry. So now you're telling me I still will not get my money back. So I had to like let a day go by, decompress, whatever. And I think I did a video and I was talking about it. And a couple of people or several people was like, you probably should call your credit card company, let them dispute it for you, this, that, and the third. And along with what hubby was telling me and what you guys were telling me. And I thank y'all so much. And I think in another video, I did thank you guys. I'm here to thank you again for that, because I did get my money back, because Apple was just as disappointed and just outraged as I was. They was like, what? I said, yes. I said, I did not lay not one hair on a pillowcase in that place, and they're telling me I cannot get my money back. So they did. They disputed it, y'all. I don't think it was a good 24 hours. My money, all $549, whatever, because I got the money back from the state, which is $500 and something, plus the refund protection. I got all of that back, because I told Apple I wasn't even really stressed about the refund protection money, but honey, they said, no, you good, because yeah, you should want all your money back. And they did. I got all my money back. And then the place, I don't even want to call out the name of the place, but the place where we were going to be staying, honey, they hurried up and sent an email saying you got your money back, basically like leave us alone. But they don't have to worry, because I won't ever stay in one of their establishments. And in the future, wherever I will book a hotel, I will make sure I ask them about their refund policy, because that is absolutely crazy. So yeah, so I got my money back on that. And then, since they did cancel the trip, they were out on spring break last week. Yeah, what was that, like the 7th through the 11th? Or 11th through the 17th? Anyways, they were out on spring break. And some people were asking in the band app, like, when will we get that refund back? So the band director was like, you'll get your refund back. The district is working on, all the details. And, I guess adding up what everybody paid. And finally, we got the email last week saying that sometimes after spring break, y'all, I'm running my mouth. So I have 2 more left, y'all. Let me show you. You see, I have 2 more left on each challenge. So that's what we're going to be doing. So let me make sure I'm counting right. So it should be 20 in here. So yeah, she sent the email, and she said sometimes after spring break. So here we are. They've gone back to school from spring break, and the email was saying that we can pick the money up. This wait a minute, what's today? Monday? Tomorrow. No, today is Friday. Oh Lord. We could pick the money up Monday through Friday of next week. Actually, it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Basically every day except for Wednesday. Honey, I'm going to be up there Monday with bells on. Do you hear me? I want all $641 of my money. Yes, I do. I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I think I said in another video that I'm just not going to put them in summer camp because it has just been so much going on, y'all. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. So let me make sure this is $20, y'all. I hope y'all are staying the course because whew, it gets better, y'all. It gets better. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. All right, there we go. And I used the $2 bills. I did mention that. Not to mention that I just love the $2 bill anyways. I just think it's unique and I don't know. Just love a $2 bill. But I use them because they're always crisp and don't take up a lot of space in the envelopes. But what I am going to do, once I get this challenge finished in the next couple of weeks, probably sooner, I am going to buy back all $520 in these $2 bills and put them in our family bank binder. Because you know that's another challenge that I started last year, saving up between $850 and $900 in our family bank binder. So yes, I am excited about that. All right, let's do. Oh, I didn't read this one to y'all because y'all got to hear this. A, all things are possible through Christ, including financial discipline. B, be a faithful steward of God's blessings. So let me color this one in. So yeah, so I'm going to be getting my money back Monday. And then, what else? What else has been going on? Let me get the $2 before I forget. Jameer's track season is over, y'all. It was over, not last weekend, but the weekend before, because they didn't make it. They didn't get enough points, so they didn't make it to the championship. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. All right. So nope, they didn't make it to the championship. So I guess now we'll just be waiting around for the banquet or however they are going to end the season, and we shall see. So yes, so that's done. I don't know if I had mentioned video that I wrote on that. The last video before I didn't record for a couple of weeks that we had taken Jaden out of boxing for a while. All right, C. Christ strengthens me to save and manage my money wisely. Amen. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yes, 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 yes. So that's 20 in there for the letter C. And her graphics on these, it was just phenomenal. That's why I said I know these had to be a labor of love. And I just thank her every time I do this challenge. All right, moving on to D. Debt-free living. Hold on, y'all. I don't want my card to come out. Debt-free living is a blessing. Strive for, wait a minute, hold on, let me start over. D. Debt-free living is a blessing I strive for with God's guidance. Amen. All right. Cover this in. So we are so glad that that is over. Track is over. He enjoyed it. It was his first year. Now he knows what it's all about, what it takes, what the details of running track. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And by the way, it was $104 in twos. I think that's how much it's going to take to finish up this challenge. Yep, finished with track. Oh, I told you I was going to be all over the place. So yes, we took Jaden out of boxing for like about a month or so. But when I tell you the next story coming up, it kind of worked out. But yeah, we took him out because he was kind of getting a little beside himself with his skills and everything. And he was like, kind of not bullying, but he was like, want to box everybody, I guess you could say, but in a playful way. Like, he was like, doing the moves on his friends or whatnot, and maybe he didn't know his own strength. So that it couldn't be tolerated. Okay, E, every dollar I save glorifies God's provision. Amen. Yes. We appreciate the provision. Appreciate you providing, Lord. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So yeah, honey, we had got a phone call from the teacher where he was, playing around and roughhousing too much with his boxing skills at school. And then a little kid in the neighborhood, was telling his parents basically the same thing. So that parent came to our door. And, we all had a talk and everything. So, yeah, we just was like, that's not what it's for. Like, you got to be disciplined. So I called this boxing coach. I didn't call him. I was reached out to him and told him that, what was going on. And he was like, sounds like he's ready for competition. But Jaden only goes on Saturdays. And for him to train for competitions, he would have to go at least 3 to 4 times a week. And with everything that's going on, we wouldn't be able to get him there more than on Saturdays, especially through the week. That would be super hard, y'all. And of course, the price would go up too. All right, F, faith in God brings peace to my finances. Yes, it does. Because, honey, this finance thing will drive you crazy. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. All right. So, moving on. Javon, the 17-year-old, is graduating in May. Yippee! And y'all, his aunt, so wonderful. She is just so gracious. She was like, you guys are doing a great job, and we just appreciate you, having him there, raising him, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, anything you need, I'm here, let me know. I can send you the monies or whatever. And she helped pay for his eyeglasses. They went to the for the eyeglass appointment. They go, annually. And he had to get new glasses last August. And they were expensive, y'all. They were like $600. G, God's wisdom helps me make sound financial choices. Yes, but we have to heed to it instead of just trying to do our own thing, and we see where that gets us, right? But anyway, yeah, she is so gracious. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Got that 20 in there. So I told her that I had paid $240 for his senior portfolio, which were like negatives. I think I posted like a little short video on my community page maybe last month or so. H, honor the Lord with my savings and my spending. That's cute. Yeah, 200 and I said, if you want to, if you want to help out, you can reimburse me for that. And I sent her the screenshot where I had, paid it on my card and everything. And y'all know what she did? She sent me $500, y'all. She sent $500. So I paid myself back, and then I put most of it, to the side so we can get like whatever he's gonna have to wear for graduation under the gown. Usually it'd be like dress pants, a dress shirt, a tie. Then he's gonna want a haircut, some dress shoes. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And I asked him that he wants some money for his pocket. He was like, no, Granny Ann, I'm fine. I'm good. So, yep. So we'll make sure that is taken care of. But I was like, wow, I just did not expect that at all, y'all. And I was like, God, thank you so much for your provision. Like, I'm getting my money back. First, I got my money back on my credit card for that crazy place. Then I'm getting my money back for the band trip, and then she sent that money. So I'm just so grateful. So grateful. Hubby and I both are. I am content with what God provides. Yes, y'all, we just got to be content. Doesn't mean we're settling, because, we know God is coming with some more. But for right now, I am definitely content with his provisions. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Definitely, I am so grateful. And I know that's not all that's coming our way. I just feel it like something masterful, God is getting ready to do in this household. I can just feel it with, like, to my core, y'all, to the core. Okay, J. Jesus is my provider, and I trust him for my financial future. And what is so funny about this, y'all, is I think it was last week or the week before. Let me count this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And that one's cute too. I probably didn't show y'all all of them because I really don't want this video to be super long. But y'all just hang on in here, because I told you, buckle up. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I had given hubby I think $100 to go towards more interest on not more interest, the principal on our mortgage. I think I gave him $50 to get his dry cleaning out. I gave him another $50 because he was talking about, I think, an oil change on his Suburban. And I think I told y'all in several videos that, hubby basically take care of 99.9999% of everything in the household. Cars, insurance, mortgage, utilities, subscriptions. I mean, you name whatever it takes to take care of a household, he does it. Because I've also mentioned that when our daughter passed away, I was working as a nanny. That was my second family, actually. That I was doing just to, make some money. I mean, all money helps out in the household. But then when my daughter passed away, we just made the executive decision for me to, just quit working and to raise them, because after all, they were going to need all my emotional support, our physical support, the love, nurturing, all of that. And it has just worked for us. So when I do get, money, extra money or whatever, I like to share it with him, even though I know, he has the money or whatnot, but he deserves to have more. He deserves to have extra. He deserves to have in excess of what he works for. So if I got it, definitely shares it with him. All right, let me mark these two off. And this is K. Keep seeking God's kingdom first, and all else will be provided. All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. All right, all else. And that is so true. And that is what I'm just talking about, that it just seemed like once I gave hubby that money, that all this other money just started coming in. And I was like, wow, God. Like, God really honors his word. Like, we cannot just hold on to our money, because blessings can't come in when our fists are tight. Like, when we just let it go, let the money go, it's going to come back. God is going to make sure that it comes back to us. He is definitely going to make sure. Just want to let y'all see the graphics on that one. All right, moving on to L. Living simply allows me to give generously. That is so true, because when we just constantly spending, don't have no money, paying debts and all of that, we can't give to nobody else. We can't bless nobody else. And that is just not how it is supposed to be at all. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Definitely not how it is supposed to be. All right. So are your kids, I watched a couple of videos. I know some of you guys were on spring break when our kids were on spring break. So anybody else, spring break is like this week or next week? M, money is a tool to fulfill God's purposes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Share the wealth. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. And then just to piggyback on that, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I do have an e-commerce website where we make and sell beauty products like body butters, body oils. I think I've had my business for about 6 or 7 years now. And I had kind of like put a pause on it for a minute because life had gotten so busy, and the supply and demand, like my customers are so, they are so loyal and they are just awesome. So needless to say, they have been calling like, when is this gonna be restocked, and please let me know, because when you go on my website, basically all the products are out of stock except for like basically the body scrubs, because they are so simple to make. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And I got a phone call today where one of my customers was like, I was just telling my coworker about your product, and we need to know when you're gonna restock. So honey, I just went on my websites and ordered the supplies that I needed so I could fill the orders. I think I had some orders last week, or was it the week before? So, God, he makes a way. He definitely makes a way. I don't know if I said it with N. N is no fear, for God supplies all my needs. And yes, he does. We are loud about Jesus. Amen. O, overflowing blessings come from obedient, saving, and giving. So yeah, so you got to save some, give some, and spend some. That's the graphic on that one. Hello Kitty. So let me color this one in. So yeah, so it's like, God is just really blessing this household, not just financially, but just like steadfast, just, bringing in provisions. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. He is definitely showing up and showing out for this household, y'all. He definitely is. Hubby, we spent $2,000, a little over $2,000, getting some yard work done. How he's always wanted the front yard to be, and kind of been putting it off because it's a lot of upgrades that we do want to do on the house, but we know we can't do it all at one time. So just kind of like prioritize what he wants to be done first or next. P, plan with God's wisdom to build a secure financial future. Yes, we need wisdom. We can't be all out here all willy-nilly thinking we can just do this by ourselves. We need God, honey. We just along for the ride. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Y'all, we are doing the darn thing. Yes, we are. So, yeah, because we want to get one of the bathrooms upstairs, the bathroom upstairs. We want to get that remodeled. We want to get the patio redone. So, yeah, it takes a lot to run a household and to manage a home. Q, quiet trust in God leads to financial peace. Absolutely. You got to give him your 100%. You got to put all your faith in God. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And it is not always easy, honey. Lord knows it's not. I'm like, Lord, where are you? And honey, he has been there all the time. The whole time. He's right there. He is right there. And I think I told you guys, if you've been following me, Jaden has had his braces about probably maybe 4 months now, I think. All right. R, riches in heaven matter more than riches on earth. Who said for the people in the back? Riches in heaven matter more than riches on earth. Jesus. A shout quote right there. And look at the graphics on that one. Look at that. So cute. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 18, 20. All right, so y'all, now I'm getting ready to tell y'all woo, why I told you to hold on to your seat, the steering wheel, the seat belt. Just hold on, pump the brakes. This is the kicker right here. Jaden, the 12-year-old Jaden, somehow he has hurt his leg. Hold on, I gotta tell this story, y'all. Just hold on. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Let me count the money. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Y'all know he always in the nurse's office, right? Because he has to go in there, let her check his insulin before he eats lunch and record it and all of that. So I think she had called and said that, I think that day, I can't remember, but she had called me. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. She called not even 20 minutes later, y'all. And she said, Jaden is back in my office. Oh gosh. I said, what's wrong? He said he was in the count. Let me count this real quick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I'm sorry, T. Trust in the Lord, not in material wealth. Oh my gosh. Woo! We can all learn a page out of that book, right? Right. She said he's in my office, and he said he's in the cafeteria, him and his friends, standing in line, playing around, whatever. And I think someone tripped Jaden, or Jaden tripped, which led to him tripping his friend and his friend falling on his leg. So while Jaden was already down with his leg kind of bent, kind of hyperextended, his friend fell on top of that knee, y'all. And so the nurse called. Did I put the money in here, y'all? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yes. She said, I'm really concerned because she said usually when he come in here and says something is wrong, whatever, he stays in here for a minute and he goes back to class about his business. So I said, well, because if you've been following me, I told you my daughter has had my car since October because I pretty much work from home and my car sits in the garage. So, but anyway, so I didn't have my car. Hubby, I think, had just left for an appointment or whatever that particular day. You use my finances to honor God and serve others. That's right. And we can't do it, y'all, with all the debt and stuff that we be having, that we accumulate. So we have definitely got to get our money up, which is what we are doing. And I am so proud of us. Yes, I am. All right. Let me count this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. So, don't have my card. And she said, he says it's hurting. And I know sometimes Jaden can be, a jokester or whatever. And he's just messing around. But she was like, no, he can barely walk. He can't put pressure on it, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to get an Uber up to this school. And this school is like, y'all, not even 5 minutes away. So I could either get an Uber, I could walk, run, jog, crawl to him and Jameer if need be. And so she called me back and she said, so this is what we came up with. Victory in finances come from following God's plan. His plan and his plan only. Mark off those two. And y'all see this right here? Right here with Jesus and the little girl. So Jesus is saying, just trust me. See, he has the bigger bear behind his back. And she doesn't want to give up her small bear because she doesn't know that he has something bigger. And isn't that how it is, y'all? God has so much more for us, but we don't want to give up like what we have because we think what we already have is so grand. And what is God going to have that's better than what I already have? That's like how our mind works. But little do we know, honey, like I was saying, if we just open up and just let it go, how amazing God is and how he would just give us something just bigger and better. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So she called and she said, okay, this is the plan we came up with. Because I told her, I said, he's going to have to pretty much, stay in your office until he gets home. Until, he can get on the bus. I said, somebody can help him on the bus. Like the bus stops like right at our driveway, or at least like if it stops at the house next door, it's like 5 steps from our house. So I said, if he can get home, we can be out there and help him get into the house. So she said, okay, this is what we came up with. She said, I talked to security, some other people, administrators here, and she said they are going to make sure that he is the first one that gets on the bus. They're going to let him get on the bus early so he can get maybe up front, maneuver his leg like he needs to, and then, you say you'll take care of him when he gets home. I said, oh, good, that's perfect. W, wise saving prepares me to bless others. All right. And yes, it does, again, because we just cannot give out of our lack, y'all. And that is the graphics on that one. So he did. He came home on the bus. He made it on the bus. So his older brother, Javon, and I walked out there to get him. His younger brother, Jameer, bless his little heart. He was trying to help him carry his book bag or his lunchbox or whatever. He got him in the house, and I said, boy, do I need to cut your pants off you? Like, can I see it? Is it swollen? And I was kind of scared to look, y'all, because he was just hippity-hoppity, bless his heart. And as soon as Hubby came in from his appointment, so it was like perfect timing, and I ran outside to the garage. I didn't want him to back in. And he was like, what's wrong? I said, honey, we might as well go and take him to the emergency room at Eggleston, the Children's Hospital here in Atlanta. And we got in there. They got to him like almost ASAP, did x-rays, and they said that it was, now this was on March 26th, and they said that it could be ACS, meniscus, torn, tibia? That's what they said from the x-ray that they saw. So they gave us an appointment to go and first he had to follow up with his primary doctor, his pediatrician, which we did. We did that next week. She got him in. Did I say excel in generosity by managing my resources well? And then it's the graphics on that one. Y'all, this is almost an hour. I do apologize, but I just had to let y'all know what's been going on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So he did see his primary doctor, and then after that, they sent us the appointment to go get the MRI, which we did this past Monday. I mean, y'all, it was just moving. They was like really like trying to get him fixed up, whatever needs to be done. So we got the MRI, but it was at another Eggleston in another part of Georgia. Hold on. You're doing why? Yield to God's guidance in all financial decisions. All right, let me mark this off before I forget real quick, and then I will finish telling you guys, honey. Woo! Let me count this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So we got the MRI on Monday. They called the next day, y'all, like, I don't even think it was 24 hours. And they said that the doctor wanted him to come in so that they can go ahead and schedule this was a nurse from the hospital saying that the doctor wanted to schedule him for surgery ASAP. And I was like, really? Oh my God. And she was like, yes. And she started explaining that the bone was completely torn apart from his tibia, and it was almost like the inside of his knee was just floating around or something like that, she was saying. And I was just like flabbergasted, like, oh my gosh, because they gave him a brace, a knee brace from like the top of his kneecap all the way down to his ankle. You guys probably have seen it, you know, if you've had something going on with your knee. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And we are at Z. Zealously honor God with every financial blessing. Amen. Amen. So we went. So after we got the MRI, not even 24 hours later, they called for us to come in and see the doctor that will be doing the surgery. So that is where we went today. And she was explaining to me again what was going on inside his knee. Like, we really want to get this surgery done ASAP. And she said, preferably this week, y'all. Well, not this week, but next week coming up. So they want to do it Monday. Initially, they wanted to do it Monday. So the nurse that's over the scheduling the surgeries, she called and then she let me know she was sending the email and what was in the email as far as like what he could eat and drink, when to stop eating and drinking, who could accompany him in the surgery, like just all the things, y'all. And so then she asked if we had any questions. Jaden said he didn't, and I was just asking about, you know, was there anything we need to change for as far as him making sure he's getting his insulin. And she asked about him being on the insulin pod and all the things and how long the surgery would take and the recovery time. You know, I was asking all those questions and we got all that taken care of. And I was answering questionnaires. I mean, y'all, it was just emails coming, phone calls coming, like they are on it, like stat, like Eggleston Hospital. Honey, when I say top-notch, Arthur Blank, and he's the owner of the Falcons, did the darn thing. It's doing the darn thing. So we are just so grateful. We are grateful for the insurance and everything, because of course they're gonna make sure that's taken care of too. But so then I got a phone call maybe about an hour later that the doctor, I guess, probably spoke to his endocrine doctor about like his insulin and all of that. So they said that they rather do it at the hospital, because they were going to do it at like an outpatient center, a pediatric outpatient center. But because of, you know, he's diabetic, they want to do it in the hospital, like the big kahuna. So I had to do basically all the paperwork and stuff over again, which is fine because, you know, we want everything to go well and be well. So Wednesday, prayerfully, it's going to go down. So hubby and I are ready. We would have been ready for Monday, but definitely we'll be ready for Wednesday. Oh, y'all, we got through it. I got through it, y'all. So this challenge is officially completed, y'all. I have $520 in this binder, in this savings challenge, y'all. I am so over the moon because I haven't ever finished a challenge this big, I don't think. And I think the Christmas challenge, the $1,000 one, that would be the bigger one. But since I finished this first, this is the first big challenge that I have completed, y'all. And OMG. Oh my gosh. I'm just elated, y'all. This was a whole hour and I'm just so hoping it was worth it. So I got these from Budgets with Elma. They were free or are free on her Ko-fi account, y'all. And I just printed them out and laminated them and, you know, rounded the corners and did all the things. So this one says challenge complete. And I just got a few of them and printed them out. So y'all, I'm gonna put one in here. I'm gonna put one in here because the challenge is complete. Yes, and it fits. It fits, y'all. Challenge complete. It's falling. Challenge complete. Oh my God. Now I can ring the bell. Now I can ring the bell. Woo! That challenge is complete, y'all. Let me put my little clip back on here, and I'm going to show y'all the rest of these. And I'm going to get out of your way because y'all been so patient. Oh my gosh, y'all have been so patient. But this is my life. This is Glamm-Mah Got Guts. Glamm-Mah Got Guts. And this one is fully funded. And this one is IOU. And I thought they were just so pretty. And like I said, they were freebies. So I'm just so thankful. So I would definitely list her information in the description. Please go and check them out. Don't just be getting all the goodies and don't check out their channels. So yeah, that is it, you guys. Thank you so. Why I got money left though? Lord. Oh, they got to get haircuts in the morning. We're going to try to be there at 8 o'clock and get it over with. Because Jaden definitely needs a haircut, honey, before he go in for the surgery. But they just need haircuts in general. And I think I got this out for the tip. Because Javon, he went and visited some relatives the whole week of spring break. So he got a haircut when he was there. So just Jaden and Jameer. And I always give them some money to tip the service provider, whether we're at a restaurant, the barber shop, whomever serviced you. You just make sure you have a tip for them. So I taught them that years ago. So that's why I have the $4. So I'm going to be out of here, y'all. Thank y'all. You're so gracious, y'all. Please let me know that you stayed to the end because that would just warm my heart. Even if it take you 2 or 3 days to watch this video, just watch it from beginning to end. Listen to my shenanigans. Listen to my story. Listen to where I've been. Like I said, I may, take a little bit more time off, but I wanted to come and finish this challenge on camera. Y'all had to see this because, honey, the vision that I had that I would finish this challenge, y'all. OMG. I remember when I was first telling you guys about this challenge. $520. This is going to be going to my emergency fund. This and some more monies that I have lined up, some more savings challenges that will be going toward my $1,000 emergency fund. So y'all, we are getting there. We are definitely getting there. Look, she is thick too. But anyway, I love you guys. Like I said, you are so gracious. Y'all are so awesome. I love watching y'all videos. I love commenting. I love supporting you guys, like I said, when and where I can. And I just appreciate the grace that you guys extend to me and my family, giving us the kudos, because Lord knows, hubby and I, like, oh, honey, we be on like just one brain cell and a prayer sometimes running this household. But like I said, we give God all the glory. And with that said, I'm going to be out of here, and y'all have a great weekend. And if I don't do a video the rest of this weekend, I just want you guys to have a great weekend. And I will see you guys in the next video, honey, whenever that may be. This is my life. I love you guys. Bye.